Welcome back. So this next one is a sound design hack, and I consider this one a sound design hack because this is a way that we can take sound from anywhere on our computer. So any application on our computer that is outputting audio, we can pick it back up into Live, record it, and then we can use that as fodder for sound design, put it in sampler, or just leave it as is and use it as a sample or a loop, etc. Now you will need a third-party audio application, something you'll need to install onto your laptop or desktop computer in order to get this to work. Now the one I'm going to be using today is called iShowU Audio Capture, and this is a great free one. I've been using this for a few months now, and the quality's great. It does exactly what I need it to do, and it's free. I think I mentioned that already. This is where you would download it. So the developer is Shiny White Box. If you do a Google search, Shiny White Box, iShowU Audio Capture, it should come right up. But this is one option. Another option is an application called Audio Hijack. This is from Rogue Amoeba. And this is another one that is free, but I think there's a limitation. I'd have to scroll through and look, but it's something like after 10 minutes of recording, it starts to play back some white noise, layer in some white noise on top of your recording. But if you're only recording short snippets of stuff, this is another really good option. I've used this one as well. The routing in this is really easy to set up and makes a lot of sense. So this is another free one. You can purchase it if you want to have more recording time, if you want to be able to record more than 10 minutes. You can absolutely check this one out. And then for you PC users out there, I haven't done all my research on this because these two, Audio Hijack and iShowU, both of these are Mac only. So PC users, there is an application called Audacity, which will work on Mac and Windows. I haven't done all my homework on this, but I think you can do inter-application audio recording. So if you want to take a look at that, if not, I'm sure there are other ones out there. But essentially, all of these are going to work the same way. You're going to install the application onto your laptop or desktop, onto your computer, and then what you'll have to do is go into your Ableton Live preferences and then set that application if it has some sort of, it might have an application you have to open separately, but when it's open, you should be able to go into the preferences in Live, go to Audio Input Device, and set that application. You can see here I have iShowU Audio Capture. Set that as the audio input device. Now the other thing you'll have to do is go to your Mac system preferences or your Windows system preferences and change it so that instead of your built-in output or your audio interface that you're using in your studio, you need to change the built-in output of your Mac or your PC to the application. So in this case, I need to change it to iShowU Audio Capture. And the way I would do that on a Mac is if you go up here to the taskbar, if you have the speaker icon in the taskbar at the top, you can actually hold Option and click on that, and you can change the output device right from there. So I would need to change this to iShowU Audio Capture. And if you don't have the icon on the taskbar on a Mac, you'll need to go to the system preferences. So this gear icon down here, go to your sound preferences. You can see I got my mic being fed in there. And on Windows, it'll be a different process. I think you have to go to the control panel and adjust your audio settings from there. But basically, you want your main output for your computer to be set to that application. So essentially what's going to happen here is the audio from my computer, whether I'm playing something off of YouTube, which is the example I'm going to be using today, or off of my iTunes, or something on SoundCloud, whatever it is, if I'm playing a movie off my computer, that can then be picked up on an audio channel in Live and recorded. So we're going to do that really quickly. So just to review, I'll need to go into my preferences in Live. I need to choose the audio input device as my application, my inter-audio application. In this case, iShowU Audio Capture. Then I will need to make sure that my output device for my computer is selected as that application as well. iShowU Audio Capture, there it is. And if I play it back, now I'm going to play this song of mine back from YouTube for copyright reasons. I'm using my own material here. And if I play it back from YouTube, you can see now it's being picked up by this audio track in Live. Now you will need to configure your monitor settings. Stop the playback for a second here. You will need to configure your monitor settings, so make sure that you have the routing set to receive your external input. It should just be channels 1 and 2 if you're using an inter-audio application like we're using today. And you'll need to either have the input on in or auto and turn the record arm on in order to hear the audio come through the track. So I have the monitor on in right now. We're going to have the record arm on, Let's hit record. Actually, let's play back the track first. And what I'm trying to capture here is a bit of the breakdown section because I got some nice synths in there, and I'm thinking of using one hit of the synths to maybe put into a sampler or something like that. So let's play back the last couple seconds before this breakdown here. Let's go over to live and we'll start recording. We got the record arm on. Just hit record and you can see that audio is coming right onto the channel in live. And here's our breakdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe one or two more bars.
Yeah.
Okay, that should be enough, so I'll just hit record again to stop. Let's go back over to YouTube, just stop the video from there. And now back here in live, if I want to hear the audio, I'll need to switch my monitor to auto. Let's also turn the record arm off so we don't get any audio piping through if I accidentally hit play on YouTube or whatever. And if we play this back, we should hear exactly what we were hearing before. Let me also, I'm going to switch my computer output to headphones, make sure that ScreenFlow picks up all the audio we want to pick up here. And let's play it back. So let's say I wanted to take this little synth hit right here, right before that clap. Perfect. I want to turn off the warp feature here and just get as clean an audio signal as possible. And what I can do is we can take another MIDI track or create a new MIDI track, Shift-Command-T on my Mac. Let's grab something like a simpler or a sampler. Instruments, let's grab a sampler, throw it on the MIDI track. And if we just highlight the audio sample there, click down on the sampler track, click and drag, it'll load that sample right in and it'll highlight that little spot that we isolated. I might need to do a little bit of an adjustment here on my start and end markers just to get it right on that transient and have it end at the end of the hit. And now if I go down to sampler and I start hitting MIDI keys, I now have that sample that I can use and start to play around with. We can do this in simpler as well. And so we can literally take audio from anywhere. I mean, movie quotes, acapellas, vocals, anything you can find on YouTube, anything you can find on the internet, anything in your iTunes library or your whatever music library you're using, you can resample it into Ableton Live like this, throw it into a simpler sampler, and then use it for further sound design. So if you're familiar with sampler, we can go in and do things like add a pitch oscillator, we could frequency modulate the sound, we could set up a loop in the sample like so. Go in here and start to FM it a little bit with the frequency modulation oscillator. Just start to do all kinds of crazy gnarly stuff with it, right? So recording audio from anywhere else on your computer, picking it up on an audio track in live, and then using it as fodder for sound design, for further sound design. So hopefully I've been clear with my explanations. Remember those three applications I pointed out. Those were iShowU Audio Capture, Audio Hijack was the other one, and then Audacity for Windows users. They're all free, and they're all worth using to capture audio from just about anywhere else coming off of your computer, any other application that you want to try picking up the audio from. Have fun with this one. Take care, guys.